Hi, Cancer. I hope that everybody's doing well. When I was meditating on the energy, I was getting the notion of seeing something above ground that you don't particularly like the direction that it's growing in, or maybe something is not growing and you feel like it's stagnating, and needing to kind of, like, if we liken this to a plant, seeing that like in some way the plant is being affected, or it's not growing, or like the leaves keep coming up dead, and needing to like dump the water out and like the mulch and all of that, the soil, and like go down to the root of the problem. So that may be something that you feel is necessary, and it could be something where, like, yeah, the plant can live if you keep pouring water on it, but you're not going to get to the root of the problem unless you like completely repot it, replant it. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Yeah, it seems even like the way to right a situation, even correct something. Starting off with the Empress. Okay, so this was coming through too. You may be like feeling very creative or getting a lot of work done at this time, maybe feeling like there are a lot of ideas overflowing. So the Empress is like the most creative energy. It's somebody that's very in touch with themselves, somebody that wants to create, somebody that wants to like breathe life into their ideas and all of that. It's the idea of like even being the mother to your creations. And to see also, I'm hearing something about a pirate. To see the Magician here, this is about like taking all of your original ideas and all of your creative energy and manifesting it into reality. So as I said before about breathing life into like your ideas and your inspirations and like creating something from that and making something from that. So you could have something that you're working on that you feel very proud of, something original and unique to you. This can be anything related to like how you are going to get some sort of idea out there, something creative out there. It can be like a film, it can be photos that you're creating, pictures, drawings, illustrations, writing. It's like music, some type of art, whatever this is, acting, and like doing something with it and bringing your own sense of originality to this. So this means being in a spot right now where you are nurturing your ideas, you are somehow like making them come alive, doing like creative things, creative expression, and like really feeling in tune with all of that, like really feeling in flow as well. So this is like moving by all of the things that inspire you and allowing that to work through you. Yes, and the Ace of Cups too. Yeah, this is like using your innate talents, skills, and abilities and like bringing something to life with them. So it's like all of this inspiration that moves through you, allowing it to like access these different channels and different creative expression. And yeah, I'm getting so much about like bringing things to life. So whatever it is, it looks like in the 3D you're doing something with this energy that you have. Like sharing your gifts with the world in a way that makes it like accessible to people as well. I'm hearing something about a hiatus. You may have stepped back or out of a space, and it looks like there's a decision that's going to need to be made moving forward. Seems even like maybe related to an approach that you're going to take. Yeah, maybe you needed to step back from something in order to address something within the environment. Whatever choice this is, decision, taking action, whatever this is for you that's going to get things moving. I'm seeing you've made progress with this. Seems even related to like how you want to expand and like where the universe is encouraging you to go. I'm hearing windmill, wind chime. It looks like you're getting into a position where things may be like opening back up for you. Like maybe something had been like shut down or latent in some sort of way, and now things are kind of opening back up, or like you have access to something now. Even feeling like you have room when you didn't feel you had that before. Now, I'm looking at the Five of Swords and also the King of Wands. I don't know, is this the voice in your head or is this someone around you? You may have someone around you that like does creative stuff that's similar to you. This can also just be somebody that like you have an appreciation for, but they may be somebody that they have something to say about like your ideas and your creativity, and it's not necessarily supportive. So this, you may be pursuing something that's really important to you and you're like, look at how powerful I am and I feel very much like I've stepped into my power and I'm creating from that space and I feel very fluid in that way. And you could have someone in your environment that also in a way is like somehow creative, or they have something to do with your creativity, or like you're connected by some sort of like bond energetically with this person, and they may feel a type of way about like what it is that you're making or creating, and you may feel in a way judged by this person. This can even be like critics when it comes to your work and things that you're producing. But where this is coming from is like the angle of the King of Wands here is someone that like they wish that they were doing the things that you're doing. And so they may be like jealous of what it is that you're doing and be like kind of critical or judgmental, but really it's because they're projecting onto you. This came through in another reading. I don't remember which one it was, but maybe Scorpio. This person, like they see you and they see what you're doing and they see what they're not doing within their own life. And so rather than them being like, oh, I'm understanding that I feel jealous because I'm projecting onto this person because it's something that I want to pursue, like they may not be going that deeply into it, and you may kind of be getting like the runoff of whatever's going on with this person, meaning like they may be judgmental or critical of what it is that you're doing. It's like because you have like stood out and stood in your power, this person's kind of watching that happen and knowing that like they also have that power within them, but they're not using it. And so they don't actually feel a type of way towards you. They feel a type of way towards themselves, but they're still in a stage where they're like projecting onto you. So they may not be like contemplating that. And if this is you with you, this can be like wanting to explore things even further and make things happen and pursue things, and you may be talking yourself out of it, like, oh, that idea is not good enough, or like, what are people going to think, or they're going to judge me, and like, what if I get criticized, like all of this stuff. So it's about like working on the ways that you want to take action. For some of you, I'm even hearing something about like pursuing a creative career. This can be like a specialized thing that you're moving towards. Also, too, like whether this be someone around you or your own self-talk space, whatever energy this is, it's one that may feel like things need to go like this, and that. It may be someone like kind of controlling that's trying to like work on whatever it is that's going on with them. This kind of feels like someone outside of yourself, but it can absolutely always be you with you. But yeah, there may be something that you feel conflicted about, or like even something or someone that you feel a sense of jealousy towards. But I'm seeing somebody working through something that feels unsettled within them. It's about letting it go. Whatever this is that's bringing like more of a sense of conflict into your life, it's about releasing it. It even seems like a buildup of energy that needs to be channeled in like a functional, beneficial way, rather than you just sitting with it and not doing anything with it. Because I'm seeing something like build and build and build, and it needs some sort of like escape. It's like the balloon is being filled with too much air and it's going to burst, and so you have to let some of it out. So it's about finding that channel. Yeah, otherwise I'm seeing like something is going to like very much implode here. It seems like this is going to shake you down into a new chapter. Whatever this is that's happening, like, as I said before, you may feel like some intense buildup of energy, and something explosive may happen between like you and another person, or with you and yourself, and it's leading you to like getting rid of something that you're not meant to be holding on to. Because it seems like there's something that like maybe you didn't want to let go of, and the universe is coming through and like knocking it out of your hands in order for you to have this new chapter. Also, if you have been, remember, energies can be reversed. If you have been watching somebody or keeping track of them and having like things fester within you because of that, is about cutting that off. Whatever connection this is that you have, because it's something that it may be like nurturing a perspective or like nurturing energy that is not going to benefit you to nurture. So yeah, impulsively, maybe you want to keep track of somebody or watch them, but it's like you're not watching them to support them. As I said before, energies can be reversed. You're not watching them to support them. You're watching them to feel a type of way about it. But yeah, this is a moment where you can really turn things around and be like, okay, I feel this way because it's something that I want to explore for myself, and kind of like move away from whatever this is that's like currently triggering you with this person. And set boundaries with yourself too. Because I'm even getting something about like maybe a wandering eye. It's like maybe you're checking up on somebody on social media, but it's like, do you feel empowered by doing that, or do you not feel good about it? And if you don't feel good about it, it's about setting boundaries. Or it's like people come to you and they want to talk about this person, and it's about like cutting those avenues off so you don't get distracted, because we're all meant to be focusing on our own energy and what we're doing. And this person may be like bringing something up that is not like helping to empower you. You may have wanted to talk to somebody or find something out, and they may have turned you down. Like, I'm even seeing you try to engage with someone, and it's like you're watching them like dismiss something with you. This person could have potentially set boundaries with you. Seeing like a very interesting exchange and dynamic of energy, like the way you and this person like flow and morph into these different frequencies and faces of energy and like the archetypes. So yeah, this can even be the moment where like you potentially even got the cold shoulder from somebody, and that could have even, this could be something that's like teaching you how to set emotional boundaries for yourself. Because like maybe you didn't like the way that something happened or the way that it came off, and it's teaching you like how to cultivate certain skills within yourself. And also how to ease something when it comes to the emotional experience that you're having, so as not to again be like nurturing certain energies that you don't want to nurture, and to nurture the ones that you do want to nurture. Because yeah, somebody may have like even stopped you from something. It's like the way that you were trying to connect with this person. It's like maybe you feel like they were kind of sharp with like words or something like that with the Queen of Swords. And it may be something that you're trying to like find your way through right now. Maybe even like accepting a situation for the way that it's unfolding, while like still trying to keep your heart open. It looks like this led to an ending. That may also be something that you're still adjusting to right now. Ooh. The ending of the Two of Cups. This would have been somebody that like you were very, very close with. Very, very close with. In many different ways. It's like someone that you even could have seen like at times as an extension of yourself, or somebody that you really identified with. It's like somebody that you felt so close with that sometimes you felt even like a unit with this person. So yeah, I guess that is what you're adjusting to, the ending of the dynamic, even the ending of like the closeness that you had with this person. Because what I'm getting is that like if you're the Queen of Cups in this setting, you may have been like emotionally trying to like resonate or connect with this person, and because they're in the Queen of Swords energy, this is someone that's like not about to get caught up in anything like emotional or sentimental. This is someone that's just like has boundaries, and they're not trying to connect, and it's like they may listen to you, but you don't really get like some sort of like emotional connectivity response from this person. So it looks like this is about you finding higher ground here and tapping into what feels empowering to you rather than what holds you back. Focusing on your own power and what you want to tap into, and being in a place where you're not letting anyone that is not supporting you deter you from like you stepping into your full power and expressing yourself creatively. So it's about like not engaging with that, whether this is like your own voice or it's the voice of someone or people around you. Like whatever this lack of support or criticism or judgment is, it's about not connecting with that, but rather standing in your own energy and like being prolific when it comes to the ways that you're doing things and connecting with yourself and connecting with your ideas and your creativity. You may also be learning about, you may be like learning, I'm hearing reporting, you may be like learning or observing something connected to, connected to even connection. like you may be taking action based off of something that you're learning. Like you're going to manifest something from this, but you may be in a space where like you're still picking through something or picking something up or like learning what you can from a situation. But yeah, don't get distracted by whatever this is that like wasn't working. Because you may at times feel like kind of like fixated or focused on something that like didn't work out in some sort of way. So it's about redirecting your focus to self-love, how you share that, like your gifts and abilities, how you express that, and also working on setting boundaries and separating yourself from the things that bring a sense of conflict, inner conflict into your life, and maybe also external conflict. So it's like pulling away from these things that like bring this source of like drama at times into your life, especially on the emotional front. So I'm seeing you pull back from something that feels like too much emotionally. Because it's like inside I'm just seeing like so many different things going on that like it's hard to diffuse this if you stay within it. So it's about like kind of backing up from this and seeing from a zoomed out perspective so you can make sense of all this stuff that's going on internally for you. And I'm seeing a decision that needs to be made to let something go in order to allow you to fully process through this experience that you've had. I'm seeing you making progress with a spontaneous ending that you experienced. Like there could have been some sort of blowout that happened and it's like you didn't think that things would end, but it's like karmically this was meant to happen so you could connect with like something or someone else that you were actually meant to connect with. So in a way this is really making room, making space within your life, but there's still a sense of like still adjusting to this thing that may have kind of like pulled the rug out from underneath you. I'm seeing that you are making progress with it. It's just about like taking your time and like slowly letting this go so you can like finish processing through it. And it looks like once this is completely finished, something comes into alignment where you have this new beginning. So I'm seeing a door open up for you and it looks like you're going to be connecting with someone. It almost seems like whatever had been going on where like you felt in a way like you had lost this within your life, you're remanifesting it potentially through a new relationship or a new person within your life. So whatever this like dynamic is that you had, it may not be with the same person that this is being remanifested into your life, but once you let go of this, it is going to show up in a different way within your life. So it's less about losing and more so like you're kind of upgrading because something was out of alignment for you to be holding on to. So this is about like moving through with this. I'm looking at, I was hearing Gemini, I'm looking at Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, Sagittarius. Yeah, I'm seeing a relationship that's coming to fruition for you. Yeah, I do get the feeling like maybe you were trying to engage in something and like you got shut down in some sort of way. Or like blocked off from something, or like you weren't given access to something that you were trying to like do or understand even. It's like maybe you were trying to like work with someone in some sort of way and they were like not having it. So we're starting off with the Hierophant here. I'm seeing you walk away from something. It looks like you had some sort of soul contract with that person. Hold on. Just want to see. I didn't think that the Four of Wands was here. If you are trying to connect with something on like a deep emotional and spiritual level, you may be walking away from this because it's not what you want it to be. Like something may feel empty where you're trying to connect. Because there could be like some sort of, it's like you're trying to connect with something, but the connection is inconsistent. And so there's not really room for building. Yeah, there may be a sense of sadness too about the way that things happened, or maybe how like that person acted, maybe how you acted, maybe how both of you guys acted. Just feeling like things had happened maybe in a way that was rash. Because I'm seeing someone like try to approach a relationship, but doing so in a way that's not appropriate for the particular relationship. And there being a sense of like hurt or pain that came from this. Maybe trying to resolve this in some sort of way. Whatever approach was being taken before, that whole thing is going to have to change. I'm getting something being like flushed out, maybe fleshed out. Okay, so once you kind of settle with whatever it was that is or was going on within the situation and like accept what had been going on and recognize that like there was something happening that you didn't need or that like did not fulfill you within a scenario, seeing there be a sense of like walking away from something and moving away. There's something going on with a close relationship that you have and something that could not continue, and so it needs to change because it's not going to happen the way that it was happening before. And as I said before, it seems like the way that somebody was like approaching a situation led to there being some sort of pain or issue. Something that had things like even break apart. So there's a notion of needing to fix something and needing to like change one's approach. And I'm seeing like the Death card come through, which means like things changing in a vast way. And there being like a new relationship or a new project that you're going in the direction of. Like even a new path that you're taking, gaining clarity and understanding of that through reflecting on like what was not working, and then feeling like whatever had been like stopping you or blocking you kind of moves out of the way and you really get moving. So it's like even realizing something that was holding you back. Yeah, you going in a new direction is what's coming to fruition. There's a chapter that you're completing here. So yeah, it looks like there was something that, with the Hierophant, there could have been some sort of contract that you were connected with someone by. Can be a spiritual contract, can be like a literal contract, actually. I'm hearing something about a house. So there's a sense of being like connected with someone in some sort of like committed way, and you get to a space where like you may want to explore something else, and maybe because of whatever feeling this is that you get, or something that's going on within you, you may walk away from what this is because you feel like you believe you could be more connected by pursuing something else, but that would also mean leaving this behind and like moving away from it or walking away from it. But it's also helping you understand what was going on in the heart chakra, and maybe when you were in the midst of like whatever this relationship was or is, it didn't allow you to like see what was going on. So like as you were in the midst of it, there was a lack of clarity. But when you decide to listen to what you're feeling and separate yourself from something or like move away from it, it then gives you the insight that you need so you understand why you were being drawn in that direction in the first place. It's a notion where like one may have committed to something and this person feels like they need to like kind of break out of it or move, or they feel like restless in some sort of way, and then once they make that move, in hindsight they're like, oh, that was going on and that's why I was feeling that way that I was feeling. It's not like everything was perfect and I just left this perfect thing. There was some sort of issue that was going on that one sees once they move away from the situation. And there's a sense of then like processing through that, like because it comes to life in a way where it's now become conscious, it can now be like moved through and processed, and taking the time to do that and moving into a space where one actually feels more settled. It even seems like the thing that pushes this person to separate themselves or move out of something they had been like committed to, that same catalyst ends up changing, which is interesting. Like, I'm seeing somebody that ends up like evolving, but they needed to do this like one last time in this specific way in order for like something to catch, or in order for something to like completely fully turn over or fully transition or transform. And that's what's coming to fruition. Looking at Taurus and Scorpio. Very interesting. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.